Yeah, hi. Good morning, guys. So, am I audible?
Yeah, Vira. Hi, good morning. You're audible.
Okay. So, any questions or any doubts on yesterday's topic? The configure Jenkins. Are you guys facing any challenges or are able to complete the task?
Yes, Veera.
Okay. Okay. If you guys don't have any questions, so that I will move to the next topic. Yeah. Today we are going to discuss the sonar cube. Okay. Sonar cube is a. Let me share my screen so that we'll discuss. So once we complete the sonar cube today and tomorrow, so we'll start the major topics, Docker and Kubernetes. And also we need to, the Jenkins topic still pending is, we have to see each tool configuration with Jenkins. So far we have completed Terraform. So we have already seen Terraform with Jenkins. And after that, we have completed Maven and deployment Tomcat. So yesterday we have already seen the Jenkins with Maven and Tomcat. So today we are going to discuss Sonar Cube. After complete the Sonar Cube, we can see the Sonar Cube integration with Jenkins like that. After the Docker and Kubernetes, same we can see Jenkins with Docker and Kubernetes. And after that, we'll plan 2 sessions for Jenkins. The topics are master and slave configurations, Jenkins backup. So we have some internal insights we need to discuss here. We will plan 2 sessions after complete the Sonar Cube and all, and after that we'll start the Docker and Kubernetes. So Sonar Cube, we'll discuss what is Sonar Cube here. Okay. So if you are, before learning any tool, we need to understand what is the necessity of this tool in our software development life cycle. So what is the use of Sonar Cube? So uh, in the pipeline, the pipeline configurations, for example, so developers develop the code. So developers develop the code. Okay. So after that, they will push this code into GitHub. Once push the code into GitHub, so the DevOps lifecycle. So this is my server. So we have to integrate the stages here from source code to build and test, and we can deploy. So these are the cycles and stages we have to configure with Jenkins. So here, okay. So before build this process, okay, this is build process. So this is test process. So this is deploy process. So build and test and deploy. Okay, build and test and deploy. Okay. So before that, the developers writes the code and push it into GitHub, right? But this code quality, so testing the test cases are different, quality test is different. So the test cases will, these test cases verify the functionalities of the code. But here we need to integrate one more. These are the dependencies. When the requirement will come only, we need to configure. So we are not supposed to configure for any project the client requirement is there to check the code quality so that we can configure SonarQube. So simply what is SonarQube here? SonarQube is a code quality test analysis tool. Code quality test analysis tool. Code quality test analysis tool. So let's an example, guys. Let's an example. So developers push the code here. So in this quality, what quality we need to check here? So code quality means it's not a functionalities. How the code will react, those are functionalities. I mean, so we have passed some test cases to test the test. I mean, behavior of the code. If the customers are giving different username, the customers are giving different password, how your code will react. That is comes under test cases to check the functionalities of the code. But code quality is different. Code quality is different means, for example, developers develop the code. The if you can see the code, what is the quality of the code? Is that good or any issues are there? Or uh, is that secure? I mean, they have implemented the system inside the code. Is that secure or any risks are there? Any I mean threats are there from the hackers or the code? Is it free from hackers or any challenges? So everything quality. I mean, for example, instead of writing one module, why we need to write why we need to implement it 3 modules, or for example duplicate lines. If you write a same duplicate lines 3 4 for the same same block, everything scan this sonar cube. Why duplicate blocks? Why hard coded values? Why commented lines? So why hard coded values? So if you are hard coded the values, hackers can easily hack. So enter quality, I mean, to implement some logic, why you have written 8 lines of the code, we can write in 2 lines of the code also for this logic. So it will trace the, it will trace the code, scan the code. Is there any quality issues are there in the code? So it will give a result back. So these are the quality issues from this code. We need to implement this. Like that, it will give the update feedback to developers. So developers can verify that feedback given by SonarQube. Again, they need to restart the whatever the reframe the code, whatever suggestions taking from the SonarQube. So developers immediately they will verify the code, the suggestions given by SonarQube. They will modify the code and again they can push the code. So here with this SonarQube, what we can understand, so developers easily can understand the quality of the code and they can easily increase their ability, the coding, that whatever code they are developing, they can increase their ability and they can learn so many things from SonarQube also, how to write the code. And if the SonarQube is giving some suggestions, so next time if they are implementing the same quality of the code, they will not do any mistakes. Okay, okay, already we have received some suggestions from SonarQube. So next time we are not supposed to do the same kind of mistakes, so that they can easily learn from the SonarQube also some things. But here we need to understand why tool here to check the quality. We can easily check the quality. Why tool is required here? For example, this developer writes some logic code. So we are DevOps engineer. So this logics, is very difficult to understand first of all, since we are not developing background. But how to verify the quality of the test? So quality of the code. So if the senior developer can understand this code, okay, this is not like this line is not like that, this line is not like that, you can improve yourself, we can say to developers. But we are DevOps engineer, then how we can test the quality of the code? So, and one more logic. Okay, this is the logic number one. For example, 1,000 lines of the code is there. 1,000 lines of the code. If someone asked to verify this code quality, even senior developer also, it will take much time to verify the code. Each and line he need to understand, each and line he need to verify. Finally, he need to say, okay, everything is good. Or line number 28, line number 69, or line number 289, line number 689. There are some issues. We need to find out those issues. We need to update it to developers. But this is even not a small task to verify. I mean, to scan the code of 1,000 lines for the, it's a very difficult task for humans to track the issues. But by using Sonar Cube, we can scan the code, what n number of lines here, any lines of the code, we can easily scan, we can easily track. Is there any issues? Sonar Cube find out the issues and it will give the result back to developers. I mean, why we need to configure quality tool here? To check the code quality. In the code, for example, instead of, for example, we can implement this logic only for 2 lines, but developer written 20 lines. So definitely Sonar Cube quality, I mean quality testing time, it will give us suggestions. So no need to write a 20 lines of code. We can complete this into the 2 lines of the code. And if the developers written duplicate lines 3, 4, 5, why 3 duplicate lines here? 1 is enough, right? Like this, Sonar Cube will give you suggestions. For developer, hard-coded the username and password of database details. Why you are hard-coded? You are not supposed to hard-coded these issues. So vulnerability issues we can see here, we can face here. So we are not supposed to write the, I mean, hard-code the values inside the code. And commented lines. If you are using multiple commented lines, why commented multiple commented lines? Like that quality comes under quality, whatever areas will comes under quality, everything Sonar Cube will give suggestions to developers. So by using this Sonar Cube, we can easily scan the multiple lines of the code. We can easily understand the quality of the code. We can follow the suggestions from Sonar Cube. Simply we can pass this issue to developers. They will modify the issue. So they will again rebuild the code, the changes what are given by suggestions. And again, we can configure the Sonar Cube. So this time Sonar Cube allow the suggestions followed by whatever Sonar Cube is given. So like the developers can understand. But here we need to understand one thing, how Sonar Cube will scan the issues. So Sonar Cube and we have a rules. So we have a 600 plus rules for Java code. Like that, Python also 200 plus rules, 250 plus rules. What is rule here? What is rule here? Rule is nothing but, guys, for example, so how SonarQube will apply the how SonarQube will scan the each and every line of the code. So based on these rules only. So SonarQube background, if you whatever rules by default, these are default rules, guys. 600 plus default rules. These are default rules. Once we configure these rules to your code, each rule will scan for the each rule functionalities. For example, this is my code. Okay, this is my code. Let me take a sample code. We'll take a small code. Yeah. Yeah. For example, if I write import boto3, again duplicate line. If I write import boto3 here, so here duplicate related rule will work here. So if I apply SonarQube here, so if I apply SonarQube here, so SonarQube will scan this code and give the result. Duplicate lines are there. So to find out the duplicate lines inside SonarQube, we have a rules. So duplicate rule will scan the code and will give the duplicate rule is there here. Like that 600 plus rules, hard coded rule will apply on this code, verify any hard coded rule is there. And commented line rule will work and scan commented line is there or not. Like that 600 plus rules will apply on your code. Each rule will work specific task to scan the code. And after apply 600 plus rules, after complete the scanning, SonarQube will give report back to user. Okay, these are the issues we can face after configure your code with SonarQube. Like that, we can see the issues. Okay, these are rules. and we have a quality gates also. What is quality gates here? So once quality gates are nothing but, guys, for example, if this rules after apply the rules, this code is test pass, it will go for next build process. So here quality gates are nothing but, so we can enable the quality gates for your code. For example, SonarQube will give the report back to user. For example, any in these rules, any severities are there, any violations are there. So if you apply the quality gates of this code, so if the quality gates pass only, the request will go to next build process. If the quality gates fail, so in this stage Jenkins will fail. So why quality gates fail? Your quality of the code is not good. Like that, we can implement some quality gates. If you're not giving any quality gates, so even SonarQube will give the result back to you, but it will pass to next stage only, build and test also. But pipeline will execute even though we'll get a report. But here we need to understand in the quality gates, if you configure any duplicate lines or any logics here, once this quality gates rule is not satisfied your code, definitely quality gate will not pass this to next stage. It will fail your quality test case, quality test, so that your Jenkins stage will fail. So that your Jenkins will not process for next stage. So like that, we can implement some quality gates. Okay. And next is, so, okay, SonarQube is generating a reports, but to store these reports, we need a database, right? Definitely. So we need some database. So by default, SonarQube will give H2 database. H2 database. This is by default behavior. So, but if you need a high configurations, if you want to search the reports for last 1 year, 2 years, 3 years, so definitely this H2 database will not support. We have to configure any Postgres SQL database or MySQL. We have to integrate with this SonarQube to store the reports. But default database will support for small configurations. So for example, if you want to verify the reports for last 2 days, 3 days, 4 days, 1 month, as per that H2 database supports it, we will easily generate the reports. But if you want to search for the reports last 1 year and 2 years, as this database configurations are very less by default behavior, so we have to configure with any one of the databases with the SonarQube. So let's go to that introduction of the SonarQube. And one more thing here. To configure SonarQube, again, T2 medium instance is required. T2.medium instance is required. The reason, require 2 CPUs, 2 GB RAM minimum. Require 2 CPUs and 2 GB RAM minimum. Okay. So let's go to the introduction of the SonarQube now. So this is code quality check tool, guys. SonarQube is a code quality check tool. So alternate tools for SonarQube, we have a Vera code, Coverity, Code Sense. We have these many other tools, but this is SonarQube is a little popular compared to these tools. So SonarQube is a very popular code quality management tool that is used widely for code analysis to identify the code smells, possible bugs, and performance enhancement. SonarQube supports many popular programming languages like Java, C++, C Sharp, Python, Kotlin, Scala, and etc. So it is also provides the test and code coverage. So SonarQube is, what is SonarQube? SonarQube is a code quality management tool. It will support almost 25 plus programming languages like Java, official program, popular programming languages. Those are Python and Java, and also C Sharp. And SonarQube is a wide-based platform user continuous inspection of the code quality. It performs automatic reviews with the static analysis of the code, detect the bugs, code smells, and security vulnerabilities in over the 25 programming languages. So security vulnerabilities is nothing but what? Security vulnerability is nothing but if hackers hack the code, is there any possibilities to access the application? So is there any code quality is less to hack is there any provision to hack the code by hackers? Like that comes under vulnerabilities. Okay, is it free from hackers or not? We need to, it will scan the code. So it will scan the detect bugs, code smells, security vulnerabilities, and etc. So code smell is nothing but a maintainability issue that makes your code confusing and difficult to maintain. So code smells are nothing but, for example, if you want to write a small logic, instead of that, if you write a multiple functionalities for the small logic, it definitely it will make confused to others. For the small logic, why these many lines of the code, so that the code smells, we can recognize that issue. Why these many lines are required for this small logic? So can you follow this logic so that we can reduce the lines of the code, so that others can easily understand your code for your whatever you have written in this. Like that comes under code smell, code quality. And the benefits. So definitely developers that can improve the quality of the code, grow developer skills, continuous quality management, reduce the risk vulnerabilities. If you the Scholar Cube scan the vulnerabilities, if zero vulnerabilities means reduce the risk is zero, scale easily, code quality and smells we can verify it. So definitely with this owner cube, definitely developers can increase their development skills. The reason it, so we'll get some suggestions from the sonar cube. So what we need to do in this line, or how we can rectify this issue and everything. So in this, the technical terms code smell is nothing but, as we discussed. So so we can use this code smell. We can easily reduce the lines of code, and let us people can understand it. Let them understand code is very clearly. Another team also by using code smells. Code vulnerabilities is nothing but code vulnerabilities are software flaws to open opportunities to potential application misuse. So exploit and breaches. Any security breaches are there in this code. Others can easily hack. Any data leaks are there in this code. Like that, it can verify into the code vulnerabilities. So as we discussed in Sonar Cube, we have a many very important 3 points are Sonar Cube server, rules, default database, embedded HTTP database. Just now we discussed rules and these are. So if required, we can configure database additionally for more configuration like PostgreSQL and all, if required. So here, scanner is nothing but what? Scanner is nothing but gather the rules and apply this, scan the source code and send report to database. So we have a Sonar server. So how the system will work? The background, whenever you install the Sonar, so it will work like a server and apply the some rule to scan the code by applying the some rules of the source code. So rules are nothing but each rule, it will perform as an independent inspection. So 600 plus rule. First, for example, if I take a rule number 1, may that rule number 1 inspect the any commental lines are there. Rule number 2, may the rule number can inspect is there any hard coded are there. Like that, it will apply 700 plus 600 plus rules of the code and give the report back after scanning the each rule of the code. So the requirement, if you can see, the requirement 4 GB RAM, 2 CPUs are required. Dependencies, yes, again, Java is required for SonarCube also. If you want to work with SonarCube, definitely we need to install Java, the background. So as we discuss, we have to work with T2 medium instance and allow port number is 9000. So SonarCube will work by default port is 9000. Okay. Okay, let's get started for installation process. So installation process is little difficult. The reason, some multiple configurations are required here. So first we need to understand, we have to install the Java first. The reason SonarCube integrated background, the Java programming language, so that we have to install Java first. Okay, let me install the process now. Sonar, Amazon Linux. I'm taking T2 medium here. Okay, North Virginia. Prepare here, AWS, go for default configurations. You can just, it will take automatically the one. Launch instance. Okay, let me install Java first. Let me execute one by one. So you can install Java 11 or so. Okay. Okay, let me install Java. Okay. Copy. You can take from official Sonar Cube also downloaded link like Tomcat. Yesterday we have taken like that. We'll just go for Sonar official website, take the link for downloading by right clicking it. So yeah, we can go to OPT directory or we can install directly also, no problem. So I switch to OPT directory to install Sonar Cube separate environment. You can install directly also, no problem. Sonar binaries. Sonar Cube is not there by default inside the M repository. So that's what I'm installing from external. After that, unzip. It will take some time. Huge configurations are there inside the Sonar Cube. Okay, so it was done now. So after that, SonarQube has to run with user only. So due to some security concerns, SonarQube has to run as a Sonar only, not inside the root. In this case, I'm creating a Sonar user. How to create a Sonar user? By using user add command in the Linux classes we already discussed. Let me execute this. Okay, and next, so I'm giving entire permission to Sonar user. My Sonar Cube downloaded binaries are there, right? My root is going to give full permission to Sonar only. The reason, by default, I have installed in the root, right? But I'm giving permission to Sonar user for Sonar Cube binaries. So now Sonar user can log in and run the Sonar Cube also. So we are not supposed to run Sonar Cube in the root. The reason due to some security concerns. So I have already mentioned the point here. This is configurations pipeline. Why Sonar has to run as a Sonar user instead of root? So security reasons. Running a Sonar cube as a non-root user like Sonar limits the potential damage from the security vulnerabilities. If security flaws is exploited, the attackers gain the access only with limited permissions of the Sonar user only, not from the root access, which can modify enter the system. That's what. That's for Sonar, but officially they are given the configurations like that only. I'm giving the permission 777 for my user. So root is given change ownership for the Sonar Cube, install root, but given permission to Sonar Cube binaries to Sonar user, and given 777 permission to Sonar user. I mean, this file anyone can access now. Other user, Sonar user, whatever. I have given 777 permissions. So let's now. So we can create a password for Sonar. While login time, it will ask a password. So I'm going to generate a password for Sonar Cube. PAS password. PASS or PASSWD. Root is creating a password for Sonar. So you can give. Okay, updated successfully. Now, if you want to log in as a Sonar Cube, just give su-sonar. The command su-sonar. Login as a Sonar Cube. So su-sonar Cube. I mean Sonar. See Sonar login now. Let's go to ls. Nothing is there. Let me go to opt directory now. Okay, my Sonar cube is there. So user able to see the Sonar cube binary is the reason root is given this user enter full permission, change ownership and all. That's what green color indicates here. Now to start the Sonar cube, you have to go inside. So here there is a bin. We have a CD Linux. So start the Sonar cube sh sonar.sh. Sorry, dot. Okay, to start, we have to give the again flag start or stop or restart. So started Sonar cube. Now let's take this public IP here and default port number is 9000 for the Sonar cube. You can hit the following 9000. So meanwhile, we can verify here to start the Sonar cube. So we have to go inside this path, opt Sonar cube, and inside bin Linux, this one sonar.sh start. You can run directly this command, it will work, or you just go one by one and start the Sonar cube. To start the Sonar cube, sh sonar.sh start, or you can give like this also to run a shell script command. To access it, you can give the public IP 9000. After that, you have to give the default passwords, admin and admin. We can change later. So it is yeah, I'm able to access on the dashboard. So login password is admin. Password also admin. So it will ask to change your password. Yeah, the recommendation is to change the password. So account should not use the default password. So here you can give the old password is admin, and I'm going to change my actual password. Update. So this is dashboard of Sonar Cube, guys. So this is entire dashboard of Sonar Cube. So we can see here projects, issues, rules, quality profile, quality gate, administration. So we need to check one by one. Projects are nothing but configuration projects. We can see here the list of the projects, whatever projects you configure with Sonar Cube. Issues are nothing but if there are any issues in the project after build the project, after run the project, is there any issues? We can see here issues. Rules are nothing but here. These are the rules already we discussed, right? If you click on the Java, 639 rules are there. Rule number 1, rule number 2, rule number 3, rule number 4, like that till rule number 639. So each rule, it will work like a different, execution properties. Equal should not be used to test the values of atomic classes. So in the Java, if they're using atomic classes, equal should not be used to test the values. This is rule number 1. If they use that any conditions, this rule will give a alert. You use this one. This is not recommended. So and equal plus should not be used instead of plus equal. So if any rule is there to equal plus something, if they use for the code, it will give a some alert. Equal plus should not be used instead of plus equal. If the developer use this one, it will give it's not given error. It will say some suggestions. There are some issues. And equal and not equal should not be used when equal is overridden. Whatever, if the developers write the code, we are unable to understand this is entire rules, right? Even developers also unable to understand entire rules, 609 rules. But by default, Sonar Cube will apply these all rules and scan the code, will give back the result. Okay, in this rule, particular issue will be there. In this rule, particular issue will be there. Like that, it will give us some reports. Okay. So by default 639 rules, we can create our own rules. We can apply our custom rules also. Next, go to quality profile. So if you can see the quality profile, so my end, so different quality profiles are there. So once we create a quality profile for Java, for example, SonarWay is there, default 450 rules. So out of 639 known rules, when you apply the 639 rules, actually 440 rules only apply, updated. The reason, if you go for the rules, few rules already deprecated, maybe the reason. Let's go to Java. See, few rules are deprecated. So only out of 639 rules, if you configure any code for this 639 rules, but indirect it will apply only 452 rules. Okay. Quality gates. Quality gates are nothing but by default quality gates already configured in the Sonar queue. So these are the conditions of this quality gate, default conditions. Duplicate lines is greater than 30. If the duplicate lines are there in the greater than 30, it will block it. And coverage is less than 80%. For example, code coverage is Sonar Cube rules is coverage. 100 rules it will cover. I mean 639 rules it will apply for your code. Code coverage should be 80%. It will cover for all the rules. Code coverage is not covered for the 80%. Again, these issues will come. Same like maintainability rating, reliability rating. Is there any security hotspots reviewed? Everything it will cover in the quality gates. By default action, it is no need to configure anything. If you want to create your own quality gate also, we can create. And go to administrators. So we can configure tokens to access your users. We can create a user. So create user. We can configure the user for the Jenkins can access this owner cube, or you can go for administrator permission only. So we can create some tokens here. So while configuring this token only, Jenkins is able to connect the Sonar cube to configure the Sonar cube on top of the code. So we can, we can see one by one now practically so that we'll get a clarity. So the first option is the projects. We have a add project, right? Click on the add project. So we can see manual projects. These are grayed out. The reason it's paid versions. This is only free version manually. So here we can give some project key. You can give MVN. My key is MVN, or you can give different sample, just sample key and display name. Setup. So here it will ask which type of project it is. Okay, provided a token. Token is required to access your server to generate a report. So I'm giving the token is token name only. The first step is what? Give the some the project name and all after the token. And next go to continue. So here it will ask run analysis on your project. Which project I need to analysis? For example, if I take a Maven. So we received one syntax snippet. Copy the snippet and you just paste it somewhere. So we are going to scan which project here. I have selected Maven. We are going to scan the Maven project, right? So what we can do, let's go to this Maven server. So here Maven is not there, right? So what we can do here, exit from here, sudo su hyphen, password it will ask. Okay. Password I forget, I think. Okay, maybe it is working fine now. What password I have given here? Okay, forget the password. No problem. What we can do here, we can open the new tab here, duplicate tab. So Linux will support multiple users, right? So I can log in as a root from here. So you can refresh. Any impact is there on this? No impact. Okay, let's go to EC2 now. Let's give to sudo su hyphen root. So what we can do here? So let me install Maven here. The reason it's a MVN repository I have created, right? M install Maven. Okay, MVN hyphen version. So if you can see my Apache version and Java version, okay, cool. Now I need a MVN project, right? Maven project to run the Sonar configuration with Sonar project. So let's go to install the Git first to clone the Maven repository. Install git -y. ls. Yeah, install git -y. Now let me clone the repository, sample Maven repository, git clone. Let's go to my GitHub repositories. Sample Maven project we can take here. Yes, you can take it. We'll take this one also. Any project we can take. Okay, let me take this. Git clone. Oh, let's go to copy again the repository. HTTPS. Let's go to clone the repository. Okay, ls cd. Okay, ls. So here we need to run this snippet. SonarQube is given some endpoint. You just consider this as endpoint. If I run here, MVN sonar : sonar. MVN means this is a Maven project. So downloading the dependencies plugins from the central repository, and it will SonarQube is scan the code of the source code up. So build success, right? If you can see, sensor, we can SonarQube already scan the code, everything. Let's go to now here. See, past project is updated here. How project updated here? So SonarQube, if you can observe the SonarQube endpoint, the first one is what? Project name sample. Second one is what? Your SonarQube URL. Third one is what? SonarQube token. So you can run this command any one of the server if there are Maven is there. The reason SonarQube integrated automatically with that server. How SonarQube integrated? To integrate at any server, first endpoint is required, right? URL. Yes. And to update into the SonarQube inside, this token will help to update the Maven project inside the SonarQube. So if you can see here, my Maven repository, this server is able to update. This server is able to update the result into SonarQube with help of SonarQube URL. With help of for authentication, SonarQube token will help. So which project exactly I need to update? So in the endpoint generated from the some sample project what we have created, right? So this is the project name. So immediately the SonarQube will update, give the result here into your projects windows. So now, okay, project is updated. You can run this endpoint anywhere so that from there it will update here. Pass, quality gates also pass. So reliability also pass. Security vulnerabilities also pass. Security review, everything is pass. Code smells is one. One code smell is there. Okay, we can see. Duplications also there one. Site something. Okay, these are just for understanding purpose. Anyway, let's go to issues now. So these many issues are there for your small code. So let's go to my small code here. This is just sample code only. So we can apply in the real time the basic, the main codes. So this is small code only. So in this code, whatever developed by developers, SonarQube is saying that quality is missing in this code. Okay, what is the quality? So is this ignorable? Yes, we can ignore it. Those are not a critical major issues. So we can create like a major issues. We can create like a minor issues. Complete our wish also. It's a blocker like information. But if you can see, we have a two suggestions. One is for major issue. One is for critical issue. And remaining all are in test cases inside just information only. So let's go to critical issue. Okay, so they are saying here, SonarQube is saying that. So add nested comment explaining why this method is empty, throw an unsupported operation exception, or complete the implementation. Why this issue here? Let's click on this issue. So there is here some explanation also there here, how to follow here and something. So now in this particular line number 10, so we are not supposed to execute like this only. So we need to follow some instructions. And next line number 12 also. So public static void method is there. System.out.print in message. So replace this use system.out or system.err by a logger. Again, we can click on this. Why this issue? So there are recommendation from SonarQube. How SonarQube is able to get this report by how SonarQube is able to scan this enter code by applying by default rules. So by applying the whatever rule 600 plus rules, after applying it, after scanning your code, SonarQube is able to generate this report. In this line there is issue. In this line there is issue, like that. It will scan the issues. So we can easily inform to developers. So, I mean, in the real time, once we configuration done Jenkins pipeline and all, developers only write the pipelines to understand the development time. Is there any issues in the build issues, test issues, quality issues? They will run the pipeline. No, everyone can run the pipeline once configuration done. So they can easily understand the issue. Okay, here in this code, so line number 10, line number 13, some issues are there. They can understand. Okay, till here clear, so that we can apply our own rules, quality gates, and we can explain and everything. So till here clear, guys. So far is clear. Any doubts?
It's clear, Veera.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Any questions from others?
It's clear, Veera.
Okay. Let's go to now the remaining process here. Okay. Okay. So here, what we can do here, we can create our own rules. So SonarQube is giving the SonarQube is giving here default rules, right? What we can plan, we can create our own rules. So let's go to the rules. By default rules means it will apply if it is this is Maven project means Java project. So PHP 223 rules, Python 172 rules. These are basic rules, default rules. So out of 639 rules, if it is a default action, all rules will apply. So we can create our own quality profile. This is default profile. How to create our own quality profile? Click on here. So these are all default profiles. If you can see here, default projects, default profiles. So now I'm talking about Java project. Let's go to Java project here to create a own profile. So we have to click on the quality profile to write our own profile. So this is Sonar way default profile. So what we can plan? So we can create our own profile. Let's create our own profile here. The profile name is test. And language is what here we can give different languages. I'm giving Java. Say parent, just give Sonar build or whatever. Okay. So this is my own profile. Create the test. So here active rules are 0. Code smells, everything is inactive. If you want to activate, click on here. So you can activate. Rule number 1 I have activated. Okay, rule number activated like a major issue or minor issue or blocker, whatever. So info means one rule will be activated for your quality profile. One rule will be activated for your quality profile. Okay. So we can apply, excuse me, we can apply bulk change also. If you apply bulk change, activate, everything will be bulk change will again rules will update. So one by one we can deactivate also. Okay, just refresh here. Yeah. So here bulk change, if you can go activate, apply. 6 rules. Okay. Anyway, these 6 rules are applied. Okay. Otherwise, clear all filter. What we can do here, we can give one by one. Let's go to check the Java only. So give one rule here. Okay, let's go to quality profile first. Let's go to quality profile. My quality profile I have created right already. Okay, let me create one more. Demo quality profile and go to Java programming language and create. So for the demo, I'm going to give a activate rules. Let me activate one rule only. This is major issue. First rule I'm activating. Okay. Just I'm activating first rule. Okay. Let's go to quality profile now. So if you can go for quality profiles, my Java is here. So demo is updated, test also updated. Test is the previous one. Anyway, just ignore the test. Let me delete from here. Okay, demo I have updated only one rule, right? So if you want to update demo profile rules for your project, what you need to do simply set as a default. So first it will work. Only one rule will apply, not 450 rules. I have created my own profile. Now you can build the project. Okay. Now you can build the project. How to build the project? Go there and just up arrow. Okay. Come to projects, refresh here. Let's go to issues. No issues. The reason only applied one rule. The respect to rule, no issues found by Sonar. But here, the before runtime, I'm able to see multiple issues, but now not. The reason I have applied only single rule. Again, go to quality profile. So you can add multiple rules here if required, or simply you can ignore the quality profile, set as a default again to Sonar way. Default one. So as we can see 452 rules. Again, you can run now again. So go to projects, refresh here, go to issues. See again, we can see upgrade 452 rules. Now we are able to see the different issues from your quality profile. So and go to projects. So this is pass, no issues. Looks like you can click on this project. So we can see these all are 0 bugs, 0 vulnerabilities, 0 security hotspots. So this is pass. Overall code. So the scanning and all we can see the report something here. Project information. Lines of the code is 85. Quality gates used Sonar way. Quality profile also used Sonar way. Default ones only. Get a project badges. Quality gate pass. Quality gate pass. So this code is no issue. We can release this code for build and test. So quality is good. Like that, we can measure the code quality. So you can apply any code, I mean Java, but if you want to create a project, different projects, so we can create a one more project here again, manually. So give the different name here, something demo and all. Setup. So generate a token. You can give the demo or use existing one also. We have already created existing case, right? Okay, name is not coming. Okay, generate, no problem. So continue. So which project? See here, if it is a Maven, you can click. If other projects, Python and PHP, you can click on this. What is your OS Linux means? So we have to run this into for Python code. So clone the Python code, run this endpoint into that same server. So immediately Python code will scan, and here it will, whatever Python code or PHP code, it will scan the source, apply the rules. As if it is a Python, it will apply Python code rules. If it is its own whatever the Ruby, it will apply the Ruby rules by default. So we can use this syntax snippet, and we can clone the Python code or clone the whatever .NET code. We can run this endpoint. So by default, SonarQube will scan the rules and give back to the report back, like here. Like that, we can create our own rules and something. And same thing, we can go for quality gates here, guys. So we can create our own quality gate also. Let's go to create our own quality gates. So I'm just giving here my quality gate QZ. Save. So here you can give the some conditions. For example, overall code, it will cover for overall code, not for new code. So lines coverage, or you can just give lines coverage, or at least, so whatever duplicate blocks, 1%. I'm just giving 1%. If the duplicate blocks are there, even 1% also, it will fail. Duplicate lines, even it is greater than 1% also, it will fail. So like that, we can give the conditions. Again, we have to set as a default for this duplicate. So sorry, this quality gate. So before the quality gate, default one is SonarWay. Now my quality gate. So let's go to now your instance now. ls cd src, ls cd main, ls cd java, ls cd com, ls cd my company, ls cd app, vi app.java. So insert, what we can do here, we can create some okay, what we can do, you can create some duplicate block here, or we can create some duplicate lines also. Paste like this, paste, and also you can create some duplicate lines. Insert. Or you can just print here, copy. Just I'm creating some duplicate lines only. Like that, I'm creating some duplicate lines. Okay, let's save this code now. So come back to form.xml to run this Maven project. So just give up arrow now again. The endpoint is there, right? Okay, build got success. Now let's go to here. See, project failed. The reason I have mentioned my quality gate, some issue, some conditions here. If the greater the duplicate blocks or duplicate lines are more than 1%, don't allow. This is the meaning here. So my project is failed. So duplicate lines are 31.9%. So that's what this is failed. Now you can go to the project, click on the project. So yeah, fail, two conditions, fail. Two conditions, what are conditions are given? It's a fail. Two duplicate blocks greater than one. Okay. And duplicate lines are 69%. Project information. Get a project badge. Failed. So this is Sonar Cube, guys. Just for and it's very rarely use this code quality. Just as a DevOps tool, we are learning. But I know in the DevOps real time, maybe guys, you get a chance to work on only Terraform. May you get a chance and work on only Docker. May you get a chance on only Kubernetes. It's we are learning all the tools, but definitely no one can work all the tools in your real time. Depends on your project requirement or company. We can work on the respective tool. But as we are learning here, just for entry point of view, they can ask what tools you know from the DevOps. So we need to discuss these many tools we know. But we need to mainly work on the major tools are Terraform, Docker, Kubernetes. These are very, very important tools for core tools for DevOps engineers. So this is Sonar Kubernetes. Any questions on this so that you can ask? Any questions?
Yeah, it's clear, Veera.
Clear, Vira.
Okay. Okay. So if you want to practice this process, first you need to configure these many details, and after that create a Maven repository manually here by giving add project manually here. And after that generate a token. After that we will get some snippet. We need to run the snippet. That snippet we have to run inside the Maven project only. In this case, the same server we have to install Maven before and clone the repository and run the Maven command so that we can get this report. Okay. So we can see this SonarCube integration with the Jenkins. So this is the pipeline. Okay, guys. So what we can plan here. So I'm going to share this entire document to pipeline configuration. So please try your end. So everything is very crystal clear here. So if you are facing any issues, we can discuss first 15 minutes the Jenkins with SonarCube. And if you are facing any issues, we can discuss tomorrow. So just give a try your end. And again, I will explain tomorrow if you are facing any issues. Okay. So let me share this document to you. So everything is very clear here. Save. Okay, here what you need to do, guys, with the Jenkins. Yeah. So first, same like a Tomcat configurations. For Tomcat authentication, we have created username password, right? Here we need to create a token. To create a token in SonarCube, we have to go after login, go to administrator and security users, create a token. This token we can use for Jenkins configurations. Where exactly we can pass this token? Yeah. Yes. Step one is required plugins, SonarCube scanner for Jenkins, quality gates if required optional, and go to step two, go to credentials inside manage Jenkins and select a text mode, not for username mode, username password. Select a text mode, paste your token, what you are generating from the SonarCube and give a some name. And go to system configurations. We already entered into the system configuration, right? And yesterday for Tomcat and paste URL and select the key, whatever you are generating here and give some name, example SonarQube and something. And step 3, go to the Jenkins job, paste and below the script, MVN clean, whatever. So whatever we are generating the snippet here, the same snippet here. This snippet only we are giving here, but we are using env variable here, environmental variable. If you can see, with SonarQube env, with SonarQube env means here, while configuring the SonarQube with SonarQube env means whenever you can give the paste URL, SonarQube name you are giving, right? We are calling with SonarQube env means the credentials no need to hard code here. Or you can give simply instead of this, copy here, you can give here the Jenkins. Sorry. You just simply replace with here with that. Just copy paste and here, and you can place it here. How it will work. Just give a try your end. I will, take care the next tomorrow class. This is entire explanation again in the theoretical. So if you are having time, you just go through this document also. So you can stop here only. So if you want to understand more how to practice, just for some guidance here we have given how to work duplicate lines and all. If you want to know more about thing, you can go through it. Just practice your end, so we can see tomorrow, so that we'll explain if you are having any trouble. So is it clear, guys?
Yes, Vira.
Okay. Okay, guys, thank you so much. I'm going to wind up this session. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Veera.
Yeah.
Thank you, Vira.
Thank you.